What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of the Chat Shack. Today, we're going to be talking about films, but not just any films. We're going to be talking about films that have been copied and basically done again as a different film.
Yeah.
But basically with the same premise, same storyline virtually.
Reproduced.
And yeah, same thing. Basically, the thing is with this list is when doing a bit of research on it, most of these films are actually released in the same year as one another. So I don't. Now that made me think: is it coincidence that they're both two films are in the same year?
You'd think that maybe an idea's been thrown out. Two producers have gone, "Oh, we can do that. Take that.
Possibly.
We'll do that one. We'll do that one. Compete."
Maybe, yeah. Like maybe they're like two production companies are just trying to make the same
movie,
but trying to make it better than one another. Some of the films are obviously not in the same year, but yeah, we're going to talk about them and tell you what we think. So the first ones are Armageddon and Deep Impact, both in 1998.
I liked Armageddon.
I liked Armageddon. Deep Impact
I wasn't a big fan of Deep Impact.
Deep Impact was a lot more cheesy, I think.
Yeah.
Armageddon was cheesy, but I think Deep Impact was the not as good movie, and Armageddon's a lot more famous.
Yeah, it's emotional.
It's a more of a. I wouldn't say it's a classic, but everyone knows about it.
Yeah, I mean, you say
when you say
seen Armageddon, everyone's seen Armageddon because of
but
Bruce Willis.
Not as many people have seen Deep Impact. I don't think.
No.
Paul Blart, Mall Cop,
That movie was so
and
awful.
Observe and Report. Both not great movies.
I think I preferred Observe and Report.
Really?
Yeah, Paul Blart Mall Cop was awful.
I don't know, because Paul Blart Mall Cop knew what it was. It knew it was a
rubbish
cheesy
comedy.
It was cheesy, more kid-friendly film.
Yeah.
Whereas Observe and Report is definitely not a kid-friendly film. And I think Seth Rogen in that film was really annoying compared to Paul Blart's character in Mall Cop.
Yeah, I mean, I know you're not a fan of Seth Rogen.
Oh, I'm not. I don't dislike him. I just think he plays the same character too much.
Yeah.
But that's the kind of same with every comic actor in like Ben Stiller. He plays the same character most of the time.
Will Ferrell,
yeah, plays the same character. But out of Paul Blart Mall Cop and Observe and Report, both in 2009, which one did you prefer more? Observe and Report.
Yeah, Observe and Report.
I
kind of
really
like
funny.
Seth Rogen.
It was really funny, but I think Paul Blart Mall Cop knew what it was, so that's why I prefer it. I think.
No, that's fair.
Alright, Men in Black. Everyone loves Men in Black.
Yeah.
It's a great film. Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones have great chemistry in it. It's cheesy.
It's great.
The CGI is terrible, but
it's something you watch when you're a kid.
for the time it was great. It was funny.
Yeah.
Then in 2013, I wouldn't say this is a complete copy, but it's definitely like a spin-off, basically.
Yeah.
R.I.P.D. Rest in Peace Department with Jeff Bridges and Ryan Reynolds. I remember seeing this on Sky Movies recently.
Yeah.
I saw it and I was like, okay, I saw the trailer. Didn't look great. It looked like a Men in Black spin-off. Gave it a go.
It was worse
and
than you could imagine.
It was one of the worst films I've ever seen. The CGI was terrible. The acting was terrible.
Yeah,
the plot was weird.
See, that's the thing. I like Jeff Bridges and I like Ryan Reynolds.
In that film, Jeff Bridges was not even good.
Yeah.
He couldn't even make that film good.
Yeah, I mean, he embarrassed himself.
Men in Black, clearly the better one.
Yeah.
And obviously more original.
Yeah.
But Men in Black was basically the same as Ghostbusters, if you think about it.
Yeah,
It was basically a copy of that.
I mean, like,
but Men in Black
was more our generation.
Yeah.
Obviously, Ghostbusters
Men in Black was a lot better than R.I.P.D.
back then. Way back then.
The Prestige, and The Illusionist. The Illusionist with Ed Norton as the main character, and The Prestige as with Hugh Jackman and Christian Bale. I've seen both of these. The Illusionist is a great film. No, The Illusionist is a good magic film.
It's good.
Both period dramas, both in 2006.
Yeah.
But
very good.
Once you've seen The Prestige,
you can't go back.
It's a much better film. I mean, the writing, Christopher Nolan's writing is a lot better.
I mean,
the directing's better.
We're massive Nolan fans, so you'd expect us to say that, but it is a better movie.
Hugh Jackman and Christian Bale.
Great. Yeah,
I prefer them to Ed Norton personally, but
the twist and turn. Oh no, I do love Edward Norton. American History.
He's great.
I love him.
But I'd rather see Christian Bale and Hugh Jackman like face off instead of
Yeah, I mean, I'd say the acting on all accounts was great from both films.
Yeah.
But I think, you know, because of Nolan, it just tips.
It is a better movie.
The twist.
But if you hadn't have seen The Prestige,
you'd say Illusionist,
and you saw The Illusionist, it's still a good film.
Yeah.
But Prestige is just a lot better.
If you haven't watched The Prestige, please
watch it. It's great.
Please.
White House Down and Olympus Has Fallen, both in 2013.
I didn't like any of
those.
Both
not good films.
No.
Action films. I guess they're like action films that you can have fun with.
Yeah.
But I mean, you wouldn't watch it again, really.
No.
And
I mean, Olympus Has Fallen had Morgan Freeman in it.
It did. And
Morgan Freeman is cool. And
yeah, but
that film just was not cool.
A good actor can't save a movie.
It can't.
A bad movie.
Unfortunately. Yeah.
But both of them, basically, people invade the White House and stuff goes down.
Yeah, how many times
Basically
has that
the same
happened? I mean, come on.
Well, I don't know. I mean, but in the same year, it's a bit, you know. Twister and Tornado.
I like Twister.
Both
both
not great.
I haven't seen Tornado.
You haven't seen Tornado?
No.
Tornado's okay, but if you had to pick between the two of them as a disaster film, you'd pick Twister, I think.
I kind of like Twister. You know, it was a film that you watched when you were younger.
Both in 1996, again, same year. Both Twister, I think, is the more popular one now.
Yeah, because
I don't know what they were like.
Tornado was a TV movie.
Was it?
Yeah, Twister. Okay. Twister was obviously a big kind of Hollywood movie. So, you know, Twister was always going to be tipped as the better kind of film because it was more popular.
Now we have The Truman Show.
Great
film.
Yeah.
I love that film.
Yeah.
I remember seeing that for the first time. I was like, this concept is awesome.
Yeah.
And then
that's when I really cast Jim Carrey as like an actually good actor, if you get what I mean.
I think he's a good actor, but I think that role was one of his best ones.
Yeah, definitely.
Easily.
Because I mean, before that, I'd only seen because I'd watched Truman Show years and years and years ago, and I'd only seen him in Ace Ventura. And you know, I thought you know it's funny, but I didn't think
Ace Ventura is good.
Yeah, Ace Ventura is great, but I mean, in the Truman Show, Jim Carrey is great. I mean, he shows that he can act.
Then the year later, that was in 1998.
Yeah.
1999, they did Ed TV with Matthew McConaughey. Matthew McConaughey's a great actor. Maybe not back then; he wasn't as well known.
No.
But it's basically the exact same concept, pretty much.
Yeah.
A guy on TV, but it was just not as well.
Well, didn't Matthew McConaughey at that time do that movie with Samuel Jackson? What's that lawyer movie?
I don't know.
Ah, yeah, he did a great movie.
The one with Al Pacino. I'm not sure. It might be.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm not. I don't know. But yeah, no, he did. He was fairly well.
A Time to Kill.
A Time to Kill.
A Time to Kill. Great movie.
But Ed TV was definitely not as good as The Truman Show.
No. Truman Show's classic. So.
In 2011, they did 2 rom-com films.
In the same
one of them,
year.
and 2 rom-com films with the exact same plot. They did No Strings Attached and Friends with Benefits.
Wasn't No Strings Attached with Ashton Kutcher?
Ashton Kutcher and Natalie Portman.
That was awful.
Friends with Benefits was with Mila Kunis and Justin Timberlake.
I liked Friends with Benefits.
Friends with Benefits was a genuinely funny movie.
Yeah, I love Justin Timberlake.
Justin Timberlake's funny. He's good. He's a good actor.
Yeah,
I'd say he's not as serious.
No.
I mean, but if you see him in The Social Network, he's good.
Yeah.
No Strings Attached was not good. I think Ashton Kutcher in that film was really cheesy.
I've fallen out of favour with Ashton Kutcher.
After really 2.5 Men, I just...
Oh my god.
I think that was a big mistake.
That man. He needs to stop.
Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Great film. Back...
way back then, yeah.
Disney film.
Yeah.
In 2012, they decided to remake it twice in the same year. Mira, Mira, the one with Emma Roberts in it.
Julia Roberts.
Who's Emma Roberts?
I don't know.
Is that her daughter? It might be.
I don't know.
Julia Roberts as the wicked person.
Yeah.
And they did Snow White and the Huntsman with Kristen Stewart and Chris Hemsworth.
I hated both of these movies.
I hated Mira, Mira because it was cheesy and it was fun. It was tried to be funny, but it clearly wasn't
I'm
funny.
a fan of Julia Roberts as well. But
but Snow White and the Huntsman wasn't as bad. It wasn't
bad.
Good. It wasn't good, but it wasn't as bad.
I mean, but you wouldn't sit down and go, you know what's a good movie? Snow White and the Huntsman.
You would if you were drunk.
Yeah,
but no, it's not a great film, but it's definitely better than Mirror Mirror.
Yeah, Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Now, the final movie is the one which is most well known as a copycat film.
Yeah.
In 1998, they made Ants and Bug's Life. Now, we have seen both of these films. We've seen them
many times
as kids, and we've seen them recently. And which one did you prefer out of Ants and Bug's Life?
Bug's Life.
Bug's Life. I think as a kid, if you were a kid, you'd prefer Bug's Life. And now I think Bug's Life is a great film. But I remember seeing Ants when I was a kid.
Ants is a good film.
I remember seeing it as a kid, and I didn't like it very much. But seeing it like more recently, it's quite dark.
Oh yeah, it's very,
a lot
very
darker,
dark.
and
It's got a good storyline.
It has, I think, the sense of humour in it is a bit more towards older people rather than kids.
Yeah, but
sort of thing.
I mean, Bug's Life has got such good characters. It's so.
Bug's
funny.
Life is really good. It's really funny. It's a
so
great Disney
funny.
film. Is it Disney or Pixar?
Pixar.
I'm not sure, but it's a great film. Ants was a good film as well, but they basically were exactly the same film.
Yeah, but Ants was before Bug's Life. That's the thing.
Yeah, but I mean, they were released the same year.
Same year.
So they're both being made at the same time because they're both animation, so it takes like years and years to make that.
But I would always say the child inside me would always say Bug's Life.
Bug's Life is a great film and it's a classic film. Ants is a good film, but I think if you released it a few years later or at a different time, it would have been more popular than it actually is now.
Yeah,
because of Bug's Life.
I've missed Disney. I mean, yeah, they've created Frozen, they've created Tangled and all that, but they don't do any classic movies anymore.
They don't. Disney do too many films that hit a specific target audience.
Their target audience is basically all over the place. Yeah, it's young girls, and they're not targeting
like
people
Lion King.
Who love Disney.
They need to make another film like Lion. Anyway,
I mean, they truly are fans of Disney. I mean, because every little girl's going to be a fan of Disney, so every little girl's going to go and see a Disney film. So target us, please.
But yeah, anyway, that was our list of copycat films. Have you seen them? Or did you know that there was a film exactly like the other film that you've seen?
Yeah.
Who knows? But yeah, post in the comments below. Tell us which one you preferred out of the two copycat films. And as always, like and subscribe. And peace out.